Let's talk about the new pathing system and house guests for Elder Scrolls Online. Hello, it's Icy. Yes, that's right. I am back with another video for the latest update for the Elder Scrolls Online, currently on the PTS server, but released Q3 2020. We are talking about house guests. Yes, thank you very much, Banker, for letting me know about that. So, there is a new pathing system. You can make people, NPCs in your house, walk around and walk on a path. They won't really do anything else, but they will walk on a path and you can make them be more active. Not only, however, can you do that for your bankers and merchants and your pets and your mounts, you'll also now be able to purchase and acquire, hopefully through other than purchasing, or at least acquire for gold, house guests. Now, they currently are available to purchase for test on the Crown Store, but once you've got them, you find them under your services tab and you can place them down. Same with your merchant assistants, and you'll notice as I've placed them or I've selected them, we have a path that we can edit. So let's actually make a new one. So we're going to make a new path for, let's say, the guard. Now, just one thing to keep in mind, these will count as your special furnishings in your house. So whatever your house is limited to, that's how many special furnishings they can have. So let's send Yorn, our guard, on a bit of a walk. Now it really is as easy as this. We're just going to set him in a couple of places. Whoa, that one didn't work. Try again. There. We'll come up the stairs, and then I'm just going to show you. This is just so you can see what we can do. Come over here, and then back down again here, and then we will come back around over to here. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is we are going to hit R to finish placement, which you can probably see across the bottom of the screen. And then we can hit Q to confirm, and he'll start walking that path. Now, he'll just gradually stroll around. You can see I've got the initial bit of a path for Briodar. I want to call him Byro, really, but he gets a different color. So that means that you'll be able to tell whose path is who. For each new character you create, each one will have its own color, so you can walk out the crossings, which way the paths are crossing. Now, our guard is going to go up the stairs at this point. Now, if there is something underneath, he'll walk above it. But what you'll note as we come up over the top is he will actually walk on the line as it exists. So if you put the line in the sky, he'll probably walk at least partway through the sky. So that is just something to keep in mind. So what we can do, we can now edit the path as well. We can just point it and click Q. He'll always go back to the start, but I think that he's going too slowly. So we're going to look at the first node and then we're going to make him go faster. And we can do this just by cycling through U. So we'll give him, let's make him sprint. Let's make him run. Let's make him sprint again. And on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to make him wait. So we'll make him wait for 5 seconds, but we'll also make him jog to the next one. And for this one, we're going to make him jog up the stairs, and then we're going to make him sprint. Now, if you set these on a node, all subsequent nodes that you put down will remember those settings. So you can set, if you know you always want them to sprint, that's fine. Just set it sprint on the first node, and all subsequent nodes you place will also have a sprint. So we'll make that one a sprint, and that one a sprint, and that one a sprint. Note also that these have arrows, so that's the way That's the way that the character will be facing when they get to that point. So it's pretty intuitive. You'll note I didn't really muck around with the way the arrows were facing. This one's kind of looking the wrong way, so we can click and hit edit, and then we can just spin it using the existing spin things. But this one here is already kind of sort of halfway around the turn, so it's already looking the right way. So I think that looks pretty good. So let's confirm that, and off he goes. So now you can see he's going between a run and a jog. He's going to have a little wait here. You can wait for up to 30 seconds. And then he's going to run again. If you wanted them to wait for longer in one, so he runs that first bit and then drops down, so in the sky, and then he's back. So the standard path you can see is a ping pong, and he'll go around and back again. Now you'll note here, he really will go up and over any obstacle. If I move this one, for example, and put it down here instead, we might get a slightly more realistic. So let's see where he goes now. But they can also, depending on how you set up those paths, they can actually end up walking through objects. So I'll let him run here. Let him go back up. Now he should drop down. Kind of drops down, but you might have noticed it's actually dropping through this. So what we'll do is we'll grab this one, and I'll just put it in. We'll put it in here, and we might actually just remove the wait time here. So just cycle through the wait time, and we'll confirm, and we'll send him off again, and this time we'll see what he does. And I don't know if you heard that, it was quite subtle, but he's actually panting. So he stays on top as he's running up the stairs, because that's underneath him, but as he bounces back again, he should run straight through the wall and then appear at the top. So keep these sorts of things in mind as you're placing them. It's not terrible. You could use this to be quite flexible with what you're doing. Make them do quite tricky things. There are a number of flying pets. You can certainly have pets flying through the sky in loops. They're very tricky. So let's edit the path again. This time what we're going to do is we are going to go into R for path settings, and we have some options here. So we can, he is pathing, but if we wanted to leave a path here and just have him stand still, so we're sick of him walking around, but we'd put in a heap of work and we didn't want to remove the path, we could. So we have a path type of a loop. So if it's a loop, he'll go from, you'll see he will go, it's joined up, it's just joined up the final loop. So that's very handy. So he'll just circle rather than going back and forth. He'll actually circle around. The other option is a full random. So that could be quite helpful as well. So I'm just going to leave it on random and then Q to confirm. We'll just see what happens there. So he should do some quite odd things. He might end up going through the walls. So if you've got random, just something to think on is where he's going to go. You can see he's hit this one, so it's told him to jog instead. Random will quite be interesting as well for speeds. I think the random path is probably quite good for example, our waitress here, going between random spots. One thing to keep in mind is if there's like a table in the way and you're on a random path, she's gonna walk straight through that table or straight over that table, which can be interesting. So if you want to do something a little more subtle, if you want to have him wait for much longer, so if we edit, for example, we might go back to, we'll just go back to a loop again. Actually, we'll go back to a ping pong, I think. That will be fine. And then, for example, we want to have him wait. So let's get him. We can add a node before. so we can insert a node in here. So if I wanted him to wait for like 10 seconds, 20, so more than the standard upper time, what I can do is actually just place 2 nodes quite close together, and then just have him kind of sort of walk between them. So let's just turn the time up on both of these. So I'll make the wait time 5 here and 5 here, but for example, you could have it much longer. So we'll confirm and we'll send him off. Probably should have had less nodes at the front there, but that's okay. It won't take too long to get all the way around. And so a guard is a good one of somebody you want. Oh dear. He's strolling in. A guard is someone a good example of someone you might want to have hanging around in a location for longer than the standard. So he'll stand here for a few seconds in his particular pose, and then he should move through to the other one. I suspect I've got like a sprint speed between the two of them. Yeah, so I've sprinted to the second one, which is why he's jumped oddly there. But yeah, if you want somebody to be standing in one spot for quite a while, yeah, you might just give them a little loop to walk around. You can, I believe the total node, yeah, so there's like 50 nodes in total that you can give for a character to walk on a path. Do keep in mind that you might need some extra nodes for flexibility, especially if you want them to not right turn. If you want them to curve around an area, you might need to actually do that. But yeah, limited by the number of special collectibles you can place in an area. But what are you going to do with the new pathing system? I'm curious. Flying beasties, wild animals walking around, chickens, people chasing the chickens. Let me know what you're thinking about. Have you tried it out on the PTS? Do you like it? Do you think it can be improved? What's been working for you? Let me know. If you can, come say hello over on twitch.tv/ICYIC, where I stream 4 days a week. I'd love to see you there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.